it took pretty 2 or 3 years that people realized that was the biggest lie of the century, and they went back to earth with a biggest problem they had before.
And I know there's going to be people out there that will say, I'm stuck in a dead-end job, and I know what my values are, but I don't know, how do I make this switch? How do I get out of this? And it's not about getting out, because then again, what's happening is you're actually reacting. It's about what you are doing when you are doing the internal work, and when you are working on your beliefs, and when you are creating this in the moment, so that you're creating your vision as if it's here now, because it is here now. You are transmuting energy. So to look at what's going on in your life and say, well, how am I going to change this? That keeps you in reacting. That keeps you in the fear base. It's all about sort of giving yourself the time and space, and understanding that if you're still thinking like that, or if you're still feeling like that you are holding fear. And so therefore there is something in your cellular memory that still needs to be released, to let go of that. Because everything is in you. You are the one who is creating everything in your external experience. And the more you can live by your values, the more that you know. I mean, some people might not even be sure what values are. I mean, for me, when I talk about values, it's my core values were honor, honesty, and integrity. They always have been. And when I went into my finance career and I used to build departments and teams, that was what they were based on: honor, honesty, and integrity. And that's what I instilled in every single one of my employees that were there. And to work from that basis is they were working for their honor. It was also helping the company, but they were working honoring their value and worth. And so therefore the work they did was superior, was amazing. And so it's all comes back to what you hold, what you will not compromise for anybody. That is what your core values are. So I mean, for some people, it might be honesty and something else. It's only you know what they are, because obviously these are unique. And once you set the focus that everything you do is going to be from these core values, from your values, everything you do, everything you say, every action you take is always going to come from these, then you actually start to see your external world starts to mirror this. It starts to change, and people who aren't in alignment with you kind of just fade away. Situations and are created, transmutation is created, and these people are just they just move because they're not in the same frequency as you. Because once you start living by your values, you've raised your frequency, your internal cellular frequency. Every time that you honor yourself, that you live by your truth and you live to your highest purpose, you are raising your cellular frequency. And the power is inside. All of the power is inside. It's not outside anywhere. You don't need to do anything other than doing the work inside.
Good. Again, we're close to the end, and this half an hour is going too fast. Yeah. What could be in terms of conclusion, Edel? What could be the positive conclusion and the positive advice you can give to the audience to be always, or to to work to be in accordance with this fundamental value of truth?
I would say, obviously, as I explained, people who are coming out of fear, it's going to take strength and courage. It really is. Some people it may not be as much, but most people it will be if they're immersed in a fear-based conditioning. My advice would be that to stick to your truth, to your values, and it's not about getting into arguments and getting into discussions with people over when they're arguing about, or trying to change your values, because that's just showing that they're coming from their own fear base. This is their reflection of their place of belief. When you're in situations like that, the best thing to do is to take your focus off those people, is to not engage in communication with them. The more you can do the internal work on yourself, the less you will find altercations happen, and that's even in where people are in relationships and they're in controlling or abusive relationships. When you start doing the internal work on yourself, automatically it starts to alter the level of altercation that you have on the outside. You start to find a balance starts to settle in. My advice is for people is to take some space and time and go back and identify what your core values are. Really go back and have a look, and the things that you will not compromise for anybody. And then just set your focus on living by those. Just step by step, little steps, doesn't have to be huge, but just start slowly, just making sure that everything that you're doing, everything you say is in line with those core values, and you will be so amazed at the change that will happen in your external experiences.
Thank you very much, Edel. That was extremely interesting again, and so we're gonna be there next week at the same time, same place, for a new episode of Path of the Peaceful Warrior. By the time being, thank you very much again. Thank you for attending the show, Angie and other people. We are gonna find you again tomorrow on Web26 TV on the marketing channel, because there's no coaching 101 tomorrow due to personal engagement of Deborah. So we're going to see me on the marketing channel, and we're going to talk about the interest of having an online campus and online seminars. So that will be introduced the social media masterclass we're operating with Ali from Nelson, New Zealand. And next Wednesday at the same time for a new episode with Edel of Path of the Peaceful Warrior. Have a very nice evening, everyone. Very nice evening, Edel, too. And good day.
Yeah, thank you all. Power 3, everyone.
See you soon on Web26 and cultur'elle. See you. Bye.
Bye now.